What's up, guys? It's the legit boss, Sasha Banks, and you are listening to WNS.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or find us on Facebook by searching WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron and Tyler Abear.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 355 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, and Satchel. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. So welcome to the show. We've got a huge show lined up for you this week. We're going to talk about NXT Takeover, the Royal Rumble, Raw, Smackdown, much more on the way as well. So, Tyler, how you doing?
Full with chicken.
Yeah, chicken. Got your chicken on.
Yep.
It was yummy.
Yes.
Was it more than you could express?
I'm not going to say the place because I don't want to do a plug because we're not getting
Still show some love.
Okay, I guess so. Chicken Express.
I mean, if it was good enough to talk about.
Chicken Express.
There you go. What'd you
We
have?
support Chicken Express.
You got the chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders, man, with fried okra. Yeah.
Okra man.
Okra man.
I usually get their mashed potatoes, and then I also get a side of their corn nuggets. Just because they're good.
Corn nuggets.
That's right. So welcome to the show. Like I said, we've got a lot to cover this week as we've now passed the Royal Rumble. Now we're looking ahead to the Elimination Chamber. But before we get started with that, we do have an iTunes review. We haven't had one in quite some time. We actually got this on January 11th, so I apologize for the delay in not seeing it. I hadn't checked iTunes in a while, so that's my bad. This is coming from Class of 95, giving us 2 stars out of 5. So, saying, used to be a good podcast. I tried to stay with the show after Doug left, but I'm throwing in the towel. It's not good anymore. And way too much video game talk. The beginning of December 7th was the last straw for me. I've been listening since the beginning, but I guess all good things come to an end. Hey, sometimes we got to move on. You know,
fair enough. You know,
I find it interesting that he's saying way too much video game talk. If he's been with us in the beginning, that's like a third of the show.
We've just got off this.
We go on tangents.
Oh yeah, big time. But, you know, I mean, whatever, man. It is what it is. And,
I wonder what his thoughts were on our shower talk.
Oh. Whatever, you know.
And tucking it.
Well, I mean, we thank you for, you know, listening to us as long as you did.
Yes.
And, you know.
Sorry we weren't that great there towards the end.
Yeah,
hey.
But, you know.
New year, new us. Yep. New listeners, old listeners, all alike. But we certainly thank you, Class of 95, taking the time to give us some constructive criticism. We'll take that into heart. Maybe we'll tone down some of the video game talk. Who knows? Or maybe we'll save it for later in the show. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, you playing any video games lately?
Destiny.
Yeah? That's cool.
Destiny 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles.
How is that?
It's fun, but to me it's slow at first.
Yeah.
And you have to grind to get your
grind.
Get your character up.
You like those grinder games, don't you?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Do you like the Grinder app?
What? What is that?
It's the Grinder app.
Is that like a dating app?
It's a gay dating app.
Oh, okay. Tinder, Grinder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Oh, whatever.
You don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grinder app?
Nothing wrong.
There you go. So yeah, let's talk about NXT Takeover. Did you get a chance to catch it?
No, I didn't go back.
Man, I didn't get to watch the first 2 matches, the Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish going up against Authors of Pain and the Velveteen Dream and Cassius Ohno. But I did catch the rest of the show. Holy crap, that was a good show. I want to and I need to go back and watch NXT Takeover all over again because the final 2 matches were some of the best wrestling that I've seen in a very long time, and people are already claiming we've got 2 match of the year contenders from this pay-per-view alone, and I absolutely agree. I am not going to be surprised if by the end of the year everyone is awarding the Andrade Almas and Johnny Gargano match the match of the year.
Really?
Oh my God. We'll talk about that as we build up to it. The first match saw Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish defend their NXT tag titles up against the Authors of Pain. Of course, the Authors of Pain came up a little bit short. The Velveteen Dream went on to defeat Cassius Ohno. I did watch the entrance that the Velveteen Dream did, similar to how he did NXT War Games, where he had the pants. This time he had boxing trunks, because obviously you're in Philly, and Philly's known for the Rocky films.
Yeah.
So he came out with that and had a custom mouth guard ready and all that.
That's cool.
So yeah, so it's good to see him adding more to his entrance and make it a little more special. What's really interesting about that is I was watching YouTube, and all of a sudden on the suggested side, the suggested videos, one was the Tough Enough Superstars working on their character, and when he was on Tough Enough, then known as Patrick, he...
Oh, that's weird, because that same video popped up in my
there you
stuff
go.
on YouTube. Yeah. And it was like Velveteen stuff, yeah.
He borrowed Lita's dog to make his entrance, and he came out sort of with the swagger of the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, okay, so he kind of had this character, and since then he's honed into what we know now as the Velveteen Dream, which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
So,
is he the only... Well, no, I meant Miz is in WWE, but like the only...
Tough Enough guys.
Yeah.
Well, you've got Mandy Rose, who's in there now.
Oh, yeah. Forget about her.
So, Johnny Gargano, not Johnny Gargano, John Morrison.
Well, I'm talking about in
there.
WWE.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, I think, at the moment. All the rest have kind of gone their separate ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was really cool to see that. I was kind of disappointed to see that Cassius Ohno took the loss, but
he's helping, guys out.
Yeah,
so.
he's become more of a trainer who still wrestles, sort of like William Regal was there towards the end. He was appearing on NXT and all that. He was working with the talent backstage, and then he'd go out and wrestle some of them and help them with their matches. So, I want to see the dude go higher than NXT, but I understand if they ask him, no, we'd like you to help train the next batch of superstars, which I feel like that's going to be the route that they take with him. We saw Ember Moon defend her championship against Shayna Baszler. I cannot say her last name. I keep wanting to say Baszler, and that's not right.
Baszler.
Yeah. Have you heard what people were comparing her to? If Bayley and Baron Corbin had a child, it would be her.
Oh.
Because she's got the hairline of Corbin, and she's got like the facial thing. When I first saw her, I thought she was Bayley's older sister, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because like just their face, it's they have some similarities, in my opinion. I might be completely wrong.
How was this match?
It was pretty good. They focused the entire match on Ember Moon's left arm, with Shayna just demolishing it. I mean, like you know how they do the little part where they put their arm on the mat and they stomp on the elbow? They did that. She was working on it. She had her in the arm bar for a really long time. And, she was, Ember Moon was fighting to get out of it and ended up pulling off the victory somehow. And I think she like rolled out of the arm bar and into a pin, something like that. And the ref counted 3. And then Shayna attacked Ember Moon after the match. So looks like that feud might not be done yet.
Keep on going.
Keep on rolling. So Ember Moon still your NXT Women's Champion. The next match was the best match of the night up to this point. Aleister Black, Adam Cole, Extreme Rules match. Oh my God, this match was so much fun.
Yeah.
They did some sick spots. I don't want to spoil it for you because I don't want to tell you too much of what happens. Obviously, you know the outcome of the match, but I really don't want to spoil this match for you. I want you to go with fresh eyes, not having an idea of what to expect. Just because some of the spots that they did, I will tell you this, Adam Cole got a nasty cut on his hand at one point, and I was like, at first I thought, oh, he's bleeding from the leg. Well, no, that was dripping from his hand onto his leg. And then
where did he cut himself, or how did he cut himself?
Well, I want to say it was while he was setting up a table. That would be the only time that I noticed that his hand wasn't bloody to when I noticed that it was bloody. So I think it was when he was trying to flip a table up or something. He just happened to catch one of the iron bars or something like that and just happened to cut it. It got to the point to where the trainers came by. They kind of put a pause in the match. Like you can see, even see the ref tell Alistar, hey, stay down just for a second. And they focused on Alistar, and the next thing you know, like Adam Cole's thumb is taped up. So like they put like black tape and wrapped around it to keep it tight. So, but yeah, this match was absolutely phenomenal. It was so much fun. The crowd was completely into it. Do yourself a favor and go and watch this match because it was worth it. I mean, if you're listening to this show and you haven't watched it, go ahead and pause this show and pull that match up.
Okay, pause the show. Let me go watch it.
All right. Yeah, and you come back and let me know how it was.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out that match and stick around for the next match because that one, in my opinion, that was the main event. That was the best match of the night. Now there's some people who are kind of going back and forth, like, oh, I like the Cole Black match, and it just squeaked out Gargano and Almas, and some people are saying, oh, I like Almas and Gargano, and it just squeaked out Adam Cole and Aleister Black. So it depends on your style, like what you want, because the Aleister Black and Adam Cole was an Extreme Rules match. The Almas and Gargano match was a traditional one-on-one. But holy crap, the story that they told in the main event, Andrade Cien Almas going up against Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship, the story was amazing. The wrestling was amazing. The action was amazing. The finish was amazing. This is probably going to be my favorite match for a very long time. I can't say enough good things about this match. The match started traditional grappling, very technical, very, it was a little slow-paced to get going. And boy, once it picked up, it was phenomenal. The hits were hard. The story was so driven home. It was so well done. Like, I could not think of a single bad thing to say about this match. And I was looking for stuff, like not intentionally going, oh, this match is going to suck and I'm going to hate it. And here's all the reasons why. But the match was so good. I was like, there has to be something bad about this match. And there just wasn't. Like, I can see why, Dave Meltzer gives out 6-star matches for a match like this. Like, it was.
Is that what he gave that match?
I don't know, but I hope so, because this match was, in my opinion, this is one of the. I have not been this entertained with a wrestling match since Undertaker Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25.
Wow.
It's that good, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree.
Damn.
But this match had everything. Aside from chair shots, tables, all that. It was a wrestling match, and it was a great one. And again, I don't want to tell what all happened if you haven't seen it.
I'll have some time this weekend to watch it.
You need to make time. Like, go home and just, like, when you're laying in bed, take the phone, dim it down, and
put it close to my eyes.
Yes, so that way you're not disturbing. But
will do.
My God, it was so good.
I saw the photos and Ciampa.
Yeah, that was after the match, thankfully, because I think that's one of the things that I was kind of waiting for. I was like, oh, Ciampa's gonna cost Gargano the match, but no, it ended with a clean victory. No, nothing like that. That was after the matchup. Gargano was going up the ramp. He turned around to, thank the crowd for
His
their.
His wife was with him too.
Yes. And they did show her prior to the match and such. But Tommaso Ciampa returned, crushed a crutch over Gargano's back, just to remind him, hey, I haven't forgotten about you. Haven't forgotten about you, buddy.
Now that's going to happen. He's back. They're going to fight.
Well, I don't know, because the way that Ciampa left, it looked like he was still limping. So I think he still has some time to recover. I think that was simply a reminder, like, dude, I'm still out there. So I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't heard anything about when he's actually returning. It might be at this next batch of tapings, but when I did happen to notice that, because he had a leg brace on, and as he was walking back, he was limping. So maybe he's still on the mend, but I don't know. But if anything, if you did not watch NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, you owe it to yourself. If you call yourself a wrestling fan, you owe it to yourself to watch those last 2 matches at least.
They also showed the new signees in the crowd.
Yeah, that was huge. They had War Machine, Ricochet, and EC3 all in attendance, and the crowd was going nuts for that. So it's gonna be interesting the next few weeks to see. Well, actually, at the end of this week, once we find out what happened at the NXT tapings, who's making their debuts.
Yeah,
if anyone.
That's cool that they're bringing people in. Like, I want to see EC3 champion and stuff like that. But there's someone I want to see champion first. There's actually two people I want to see champion that's been there.
Dose.
It's Cassius Ohno and Roderick Strong.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get to see Cassius, to be honest.
At least, I don't know. I want Roderick.
Yeah.
To
We might one day. So,
also, it's been reported that TM61 is coming back.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Good to have them back finally. So, yeah, NXT TakeOver, phenomenal as always. The crowd was wicked into it. We got to watch the Royal Rumble together on Sunday. We were even joined by Noah. So, that was fun. And also Doug was there as well. So it was good to see him. I hadn't seen him since SummerSlam, I think. So it's good to see Doug.
I saw him a few months ago. I see his vehicle, but there was one time where I saw him and I talked to him in the parking lot.
Yeah.
He lives in the same apartment complex as me.
Mm-hmm.
So
just on opposite ends.
Yep.
So it was good to see Doug. Good to see Noah as well. The Royal Rumble, we're not going to talk about the pre-show because who really cares about the pre-show? And
it was Mojo Rawley versus Bob Roode.
Robert Roode. And originally, there were reports that came out originally that it was supposed to be Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, but they changed the plans at the last minute, and Dolph Ziggler ended up being entrant number 30, which we'll talk about, a little bit later on. So the opening contest, AJ Styles going up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match for the WWE Championship.
Because I was late to the party, but I was watching some stuff I was watching some of the matches on my phone.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
The match was fine. They did a spot where it looked like Sami Zayn had tagged Owens, but there was also a question on if he had not. So Kevin Owens got into the ring. AJ Styles ended up pinning him. Owens not being the legal man. The referee didn't know the wiser. Counted 3. AJ was your champion. So they at least have a legitimate gripe of saying, hey, we were screwed over, which they went on to in Smackdown. We got to see the Usos going up against Benjamin and Gable. 2 out of 3 falls.
That was weird, huh?
It was.
How that played out.
It's unusual for the match to not go to 3 falls, but this one ended in 2. I'll be honest, I had high expectations for this matchup, and I was kind of let down. I was expecting these two teams to tear the house down.
I mean, Usos have been on fire, but I thought they were going to pass it to Shelton and Benjamin and Chad Gable. I don't know what they're going to do with them.
I mean, I don't have an issue with that. They kind of teased that on SmackDown, what their next route is going to be. But I'll be honest, I was kind of let down by this match. I didn't feel like it was the best performance by these guys. I don't have an issue with the match ending in 2 falls instead of going to 3. I know a lot of people would expect it to go 3. Otherwise, why are you even having the match? But yeah, I was kind of let down. I wasn't really blown away like I thought I was going to be. But I mean, they did what they could, and that was enough. So the Usos end up defeating Benjamin and Gable to retain their championship 2 wins to 0. Next, we had the men's Royal Rumble match.
Just weird, I guess. Well, I knew that they weren't going to be back to back.
Yeah, that's true.
So when this happened, I automatically called women's is going to be last.
Yeah, my knee-jerk reaction was, wow, they're going kind of early on this one. Then I was like, oh, well, they do need to have a cool-down match. They still have the championship match, and then they have the women's match.
I was like, Brock is not going to be main event.
No.
I was like, it's going to be a women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Which was a good call.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had the men's Royal Rumble. I thought it was okay. I saw some people who were saying this one was lame, this one wasn't good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty well done. They had 2 surprise entrants, that being Hurricane and Rey Mysterio
and Andrade.
Andrade, yeah, he came in as well. The returning Dolph Ziggler at number 30, which I felt was a waste.
He got eliminated pretty quick.
He got in there.
Not as fast as Sheamus.
Yeah.
but he still got eliminated.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, this Rumble was fun. The story that they did with Heath Slater not being able to get into the ring, and then he finally does, and ends up biting Sheamus in the ass. That was pretty funny. The Hurricane spot with John Cena getting eliminated, that was pretty funny. Rey Mysterio, holy crap, did he look good?
Yeah.
They were saying it, and I agree. He looks in the best shape of his life. And I looked at it and I was like, God, he looks so small. It's been a while since I've seen him on WWE programming, and I think he was bulked up a little bit more.
The last time you saw him, he was on Lucha Underground.
Well, yeah. But I think the last time we saw him on WWE programming, he was a lot bulkier, I think. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But, God, man, even standing next to Adam Cole, I'm like, dude is so tiny.
Oh, yeah, that was another surprise.
Adam Cole, baby. So he was all bandaged up. I enjoyed the Royal Rumble. And then it came down to Shinsuke Nakamura and Roman Reigns. And I was like, they've got to go with Shinsuke, right? I mean, they're not going to do it.
You never know.
Yeah. You don't. You really just don't ever know what they're really planning on doing. I mean, last year they went with Randy Orton. And once again, Roman Reigns was the last man in there. So it's kind of, Roman Reigns is kind of put in there to get the crowd to cheer for the eventual winner.
What was it when there were 6 left? It was like John Cena and Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio on one side, and then Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Roman Reigns on the other side. Yeah,
it was sort of like the then versus now group. And I like the fact that they had their brawl as well. So, I mean, that's what made it fun. Is like those moments we were like, oh, okay, that's cool. The past meets the present. And so it was really well done, and I enjoyed it. I'm happy with the outcome. I mean, if you're unhappy with the outcome and you would have preferred Roman Reigns, I'm sorry that your dude lost, but I think the majority of people did not want to see Roman Reigns win, and so by default, you kind of have to be glad that Shinsuke won.
Too, where they interview him automatically after a match. Who do you want to fight?
Well, yeah, that was the first thing or a first year option that they've done in a while. They were like, okay, hey man, who
do you want to fight? AJ. Oh no, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. AJ Styles can watch me defeat Brock Lesnar. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be getting Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, WrestleMania.
Heck yeah.
God, I hope they get a long time to perform. I hope they get at least 25 minutes.
I will have to say this will most likely be Shinsuke's best match.
I hope so.
Shinsuke's best match, in my opinion, that's been recorded on WWE programming is against Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
The first time in NXT.
Yeah.
That's his best performance. And Shinsuke, I love him. He did awesome matches before, but in WWE, they've been all right. And I don't care if he still has cruddy matches or whatever, all right matches. I still love the dude. I'll still always love that dude.
Yeah. So hopefully, with any luck,
they'll bring the best out of each other. Well, also,
I hope
AJ
they're told, hey, go out there and wow the crowd.
Actually, AJ brings the best out of everyone.
Yeah.
So,
well, the thing is, it's all going to depend on how much time they're given. If they're out there and say, hey, you guys get 12 minutes with your intros included, that's 4 minutes for intro, 8 minutes for a match. That's not going to do anything for anybody. These guys need awesome intro, which I can't imagine what Shinsuke is going to do.
I beat you at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And hopefully they get a lengthy match to tell a really good story. So that's my hope for WrestleMania.
Hope.
We'll see. So after that, we got to see the cool-down match, definitely, because the crowd was completely asleep for this match. The Bar going up against Rollins and Jordan. The whole match, Jason Jordan was on the outside complaining that he hurt his head.
Yeah, you knew what was coming, that they were going to lose the titles.
Once they did that spot, I was like, oh, yeah, there's no chance.
No chance.
The Bar ends up defeating Rollins and Jason Jordan to become the 4-time tag team champions. They don't set the bar. They are the bar.
They are the bar.
Are the bar.
Too fucking sweet,
dude. Fucking sweet. That's right. So the crowd was completely dead for it. I mean, I was shocked because I was listening to the crowd throughout the match. I'm like, they're not popping for anything. They're all they're exhausted. And then the end of the match came, the 1, 2, 3, the bell rings, and it's kind of like, yay.
right.
All right.
The bar.
The bar won. So, that was their chance to calm down from the excitement of the Royal Rumble. After that, we got to see the WWE Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Kane versus Braun Strowman. This was a slugfest. They destroyed tables. They destroyed parts of the ring and all that. It was a fine match, but we did learn one important thing. Do not ever in your life knee Brock Lesnar in the face.
Yes.
Because you will get a receipt right then and there.
You're going to be punched in the face.
Braun Strowman made the mistake of delivering a knee, and it connected a little flush with Brock Lesnar, to which he immediately stood up,
motherfucker,
and pegged Braun Strowman in the face twice, actually. And you could tell that it kind of threw Strowman off his balance. He was kind of like, whoa, hang on now. But then they went on to carry on their
Brock
match.
Lesnar will tear down mountains.
If he has to. And Braun Strowman is a mountain of a man. So
he's not the mountain.
No,
but he's a mountain of a man.
They had a spot where Brock Lesnar flipped the announce table on top of Braun, and so
oh yeah, Kane was there.
Kane was there as well to take all the bumps and take the pinfall, as you would expect. Brock Lesnar does end up pinning Kane to retain his championship. All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, can't stop yawning.
Here's the yawn.
Yeah. So that takes us into the women's Royal Rumble match.
Oh, my gosh. This, in my opinion, was better than the men's Royal Rumble. I had so much fun with the women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
Just between, just the women that they had and, the legends and just, oh, my gosh, past and present. People, colliding, women wrestlers I haven't seen in the ring in a while. And it's, awesome.
Yeah.
Just so cool.
And that's kind of what they were going for. That's the reason why they had so many legends, because they wanted it
for the first time be something big.
They wanted it to be special, and they wanted it to be sort of a way to say thank you for all the women who did pave the way, who did put up with those 2 to 3 minute matches, those bra and panty matches. You know what? We want this to be special for y'all, and we want y'all to be part of it. So I thought it was really great. The one little issue that I did have with the Royal Rumble is how much time some of the participants spent outside of the ring. They did a lot of, they went under the bottom rope. They went through the middle rope. They're not eliminated yet. Sasha Banks spent a lot of time outside of the ring.
So is Becky.
Yeah. Which, that's to be expected if you're going to be going the distance.
Well, she also turned heel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that works for a heel person, because didn't The Miz do that?
Yeah, he's done that before. Jerry Lawler is known for hiding under the ring. So, it is a strategic thing, but to see him selling for, 4 or 5 minutes and then get in the ring, punch someone. There was even a video clip of Sasha Banks delivering kicks and not even connecting.
Oh, really?
Because it was kind of they were doing the 3, 2, 1 countdown, and she was looking back to see who's coming out. And she wasn't even connecting. And so Lita's sitting in the corner, no-selling it because she's not getting hit.
Yeah.
And, but there was a video of someone who zoomed in on it. But, Lita returned. She nearly killed herself with that moonsault.
Yeah, that was cutting it close.
I think we all flinched on that one.
Cutting it close.
We got to see Vicky Guerrero come out. That was a fun little spot, except for my ears almost bleeding.
Out of all the legends, I think Michelle McCool was staying there the most.
She did the most. She had 4 or 5 eliminations.
Which she could still go, so that's...
Mm-hmm. We got to see Tori Wilson, who looks in great shape.
Fitness instructor.
Yeah. We got to see Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Trish Stratus entering at number 30. So,
Kelly.
I was hoping not to talk about that one.
Hello.
I fucking hate you.
Oh, Bellas.
Yeah, we got to see the Bella twins come out and do their thing. So,
but no, man,
Beth Phoenix.
Oh, Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix and Nia Jax. That match, I would love to see that match.
I'm fond of a few of those legends. Lita, Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
And how old is Trish?
I'm not sure. I want to say someone said she was 42.
It's just amazing to see her because she'll make it. Well, she made appearances very scarcely,
yeah,
every now and then.
She's 41.
But to be in the ring again, I'm like, holy fuck, Trish Stratus is back in the damn ring, even for this.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was so amazing. Even when she went face to face with Mickie James.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
That brought back a lot of memories.
I'm like, holy shit. I understand she got eliminated by someone who's a current superstar. I didn't necessarily like it that she got eliminated by Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
But it did kind of make sense. Because I knew it was coming. Oh, she's going to do this, what's it, Stratus, whatever.
Stratisfaction.
Yeah, she's going to do that, and someone's going to throw over the ring. Because she did that to the Bellas, and she was successful. But when Sasha Banks threw her over, and I was like, crap.
Yeah. But it was really enjoyable. One comment that I did see was that they would have preferred not to have the Bellas as the final two. They would have preferred Nia Jax. And I agree with that one because that would have told a much better story because, one, Nia Jax would have been in the ring for a long time, so she would have had to have been dominant. Like, I would have preferred Nia Jax to be in the ring, to be the one to eliminate Trish Stratus, to eliminate the Bella Twins, to eliminate anyone who's in the ring not named Asuka. Like,
they kind of dropped the ball when it comes to Nia.
Yeah. Like, I feel like, okay, I get it. You know, it's the typical Royal Rumble, gang up on the largest person and, you know, so that there's less of a threat. But I would have liked to have seen them give her a more dominant role, be final two, and then somehow Asuka pulls off the win. Like, doing the elimination to Brie Bella, which Nikki eliminated Brie, like, that's stupid.
Yep.
Like, strategically, that is the most idiotic thing you could ever do. Like, yeah, the opportunity presented itself, but you also want to win. So if you eliminate all of your opponents, then you can go after your teammate. You know, even in the Men's Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns eliminated Seth Rollins. Like, who does that benefit? Like, it would make more sense for you to...
That's kind of like what Corey was saying.
Yeah.
If you think about, like, they're trying to eliminate someone comes behind and takes that person that's trying to eliminate someone out.
Yeah, he was harping on Natalya because she was doing that throughout the match. And he's like, why is she doing that? She needs to help this person eliminate that person so it betters your chances. And then you can be like, hey, I helped you out. Help me eliminate this person. Then when the moment presents itself as like, it's me and you against everyone, we've taken care of everyone, now it's just me and you, then you take care of that person. Yep. So, I don't know. That's just my small little rant on that. But all in all, like you said, the Women's Royal Rumble, it was a great match. It was enjoyable. It was awesome.
How did you feel with Stephanie McMahon on the commentary?
She sure did.
This is, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
This is for all the women wrestlers, so-and-so, so-and-so, China.
I didn't have an issue with that part. My issue was you have a more than capable female correspondent by the name of Renee Young who would kill for that opportunity, who, no offense, Stephanie, could do a much better job than you did. You know, I felt the commentary from her. It was like, compared to what she does,
it was quite funny.
Compared to what she does in the ring, this was awful. She had no clue what to do. She had no clue what to say. She was like, oh, look, there they go. Oh, he's over. Oh, wow.
You don't hear your dad in that mic telling you what to say, huh?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, she knows these people, or she's supposed to, and it just seemed like deer in the headlights. I think it might have just been too much. That's why I think, like, maybe they should have had Renee Young in that position, because I know she could do. I know she's capable of handling it. I mean, she called NXT before, right? Didn't she? So it wouldn't be that hard for her to do it, but I get it. You want to be part of history, and then obviously you got to have that moment for after the Rumble, which you could have had that once the match was over. Stephanie comes out, congratulations, Asuka. Here are the champions. Oh wait,
who are you gonna pick?
Yeah, I mean that could have been the moment. Even the fact that after the match, and you know, Asuka ended up being the winner. Ronda Rousey's music hit, and Michael Cole immediately goes, "Stephanie, what do you know about this?" And you could tell she was like, "Do I give something away?" Like, yeah, I had a hand in doing this. Obviously, my husband had a hand in doing this, but she was like, "Oh, I'm speechless. You Like,
what is she doing here?
Like, if your job is not to tell people what she's doing here and that you had no clue about this, then you shouldn't be on the microphone. You should be standing in the ring congratulating Asuka with a shocked face. Like, whoa, that's Ronda Rousey.
Wow.
There was a lot of criticism about Ronda Rousey coming out saying it immediately overshadowed the history being made of Asuka winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. To which I can agree to some degree.
Well, there was also, because the tweets and the stuff from Nikki.
Yeah,
and
Sasha Banks, her comments.
I didn't see Sasha Banks.
She was asked in an interview, hey, what do you think about Ronda Rousey? And she said, I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm not going to say anything. And they're like, oh, you don't.
But it's a sad thing. I don't know if they're directing it towards her or the company itself, which I hope it's not. Okay, I don't know Ronda Rousey. I'm not part of that situation.
Yeah.
But, from everything from her interviews and, because a lot of people's interview ESPN, she sounds pretty grateful.
Yeah.
To be part of this.
Yeah. Oh, she was overwhelmed with emotion.
Yes. And she's happy about this. So, fuck yeah, they're going to be pushing her. They're going to be skyrocketing her because she is a big name.
Yeah.
And yet that's going to rub people the wrong way. And I get that, but don't be mad at her.
Sure. But you also have to think, they are commenting on, Twitter handles that odds are they needed approval by the WWE to come out and say, hey, can I say this? Can I put this out there?
Not necessarily. Look what Leo Rush did. He got in trouble for it, though.
Well, he did, but we have yet to hear of anything about the ladies getting in trouble for what they're saying. So it's one of those things where it's like, is there that fine line between blurring reality and the world of professional wrestling?
Because if they gave him permission to say it, that's kind of bullshit. Like, oh, hey, look, you can say this against her.
Well, it's just trying to say, hey, you're an outsider. We don't agree with you. And she's going to come in and say, I don't give a fuck. Try and stop me.
I don't give a damn about my reputation.
Exactly. Just like the song says. So yeah. And going back to the overshadowing, I totally get it. That was a special moment that has now been completely forgotten about because, oh my God, Ronda Rousey, let's put that in all the headlines, ESPN and all these other places that have been picking up the news. Well, yeah, again, Ronda Rousey's a big name. She's a big name draw.
Very big name, yeah.
I mean, ask the UFC. How did their pay-per-view buys do when she was on the card? Pretty damn good.
Yep.
So for WWE to acquire her, to have her come in, that is big news.
Very big.
It's not to overshadow the Women's Royal Rumble. Did you watch the season 1 of Glow on Netflix?
Yeah.
What did they do at the end? They told the story, they had the finish, then they moved on to another story. It wasn't to overshadow, it's to continue the story.
Yeah.
Same thing here. It's like, we've made history. We have a winner. We're going to talk about it on Monday Night Raw.
And also,
but we also have a huge...
Yeah, because if you look at the video packages, what they did on Raw and SmackDown, they showed everything at the Royal Rumble. They showed the women's match. They showed people in there. Trish Stratus. They showed the current superstars. Then they showed Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
So it's not just all of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Because, okay, what would have happened if they just had Asuka go in there, stand in the ring, say, who's your opponent? She's going to say, Alexa Bliss. All right, well, thanks everyone for coming. You heard her. We'll see y'all at WrestleMania. No, you got to have something to continue the story. You got to have that, oh my God, what's going on next? So that was one of their moments. I thought they did well because for weeks people were rumored that she was going to be in the match. They kept her out because that was an homage to the past and the present. Ronda Rousey comes in and says,
future.
Well, now we're in the present. Now we're looking ahead to the future.
Yeah.
Totally fine with that. I had no issues with it. If she had come in and won the Royal Rumble, yeah, I can see how that would make people a little upset and that would rub people the wrong way. But like, you're letting this woman who has had 0 days in our company waltz in here and take the main event spot. She's going to get the main event spot. It doesn't matter. Look at Brock Lesnar. He's a big name draw. Ronda Rousey, big name draw. She can have that Brock Lesnar schedule, and it's going to be just fine. So, but the fact that she signed a multi-year full-time deal, that shows that she's committed. She's willing to put in the work. She's willing to learn. She's going to put in the matches. She's going to draw. You know, she has millions of followers on Instagram and Twitter. Guess where all those people are going to be tuning in whenever she has a fight? WWE Network.
Yep.
Hey, there are those numbers you've been looking for.
Yep.
So it's a business move. You know, you don't have to like her matches. Hell, when she makes her entrance, you can turn it off. Go to the bathroom, fix yourself a snack, whatever. That's fine. But it's a business move. She's passionate about it. That's one thing that Brock Lesnar is not. He's like, I'm about how many zeros are on that paycheck.
I have my scheduled dates, and that's about it.
That's it.
He doesn't make appearances anywhere with the company. Yeah. He just shows up and does the stuff.
Yeah.
Which I guess fair enough. He's earned it. But I don't know.
Some could say you haven't really earned it, but you've talked yourself into a high status.
I guess so, yeah.
You know, you went on and had a few matches in UFC and did well for yourself, but then
she's in there to do the work and stuff. And
yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if it's true or if it's just part of the stuff that they're allowed them to say, but it's kind of cattiness. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Hopefully they eventually can get along.
Yeah. And if the Bellas are apprehensive about someone who is talented coming into the business to air quote take their spot, I'm more than okay with that because
the Bellas don't have a spot.
Exactly. Well, at the moment, yeah, they don't. One's out.
They got Total Divas, but they don't have nothing on.
Yeah. Now, if Ronda Rousey wanted to go on Total Divas and say, no, I want my face to be front and center as opposed to the Bellas, yeah, I can see where they'd come in and say, what are you doing? You're messing with our money now.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, we haven't seen Brie or Nikki in the ring for quite some time.
Yeah.
Aside from the Royal Rumble. So, is it really messing with them too much? Is there really that much to complain about? So, I'm just saying. So, I think it's huge news. It is huge news.
Very huge.
I was on my lunch break, turned into ESPN, and guess what they're talking? They're talking Ronda Rousey. They're mentioning WWE. Whenever have they done that aside from someone dying or someone getting seriously hurt?
Sometimes they'll have little segments about WWE.
Well, they did that when Jonathan Coachman was there. He's not there anymore.
Yep.
So guess what they stopped talking about? WWE.
Yeah.
Until you see Ronda Rousey show up. Holy shit.
Yeah, but
what's she
how
doing
long are they
here?
going to keep on keeping that up? You know what I mean? Maybe not much.
But still, it's drawing the attention that way.
Yep.
Now, it didn't reflect in their ratings on SmackDown, that's for sure, because their ratings actually went down. But, this is going to be a huge draw for their pay-per-view buys because it's not about the current wrestling fan. It's about bringing extra numbers in. Because what it's going to do, like I said, it's bringing all of her fans who might not have been wrestling fans, who have been strictly UFC. They're like, why is she doing this? What is this all about? Oh, I get a free trial for the WWE Network? Yeah, I'll check it out. Oh, that was pretty entertaining. I think I'll keep that and see when her next fight is.
I wonder whenever she's going to come back on TV.
That is a good question because she wasn't on Raw. They did show the highlights and all that. Wasn't on SmackDown, obviously. I don't think she's going to be on SmackDown.
Wasn't on 205.
I think she's going to go up against Charlotte, but I honestly can't see her on SmackDown. Now, I'll probably be wrong for that because Charlotte's going to have an opponent, but I think the rumor is right now that they're trying to get The Rock involved in WrestleMania so that it can be Rock and Ronda versus Triple H and Stephanie. Sort of what they teased a couple years back.
How can they bring that back?
Easy. You have The Rock show up, have Triple H interrupt him, and then there you go.
And then Kurt Angle gets involved, and they can bring the Kurt Angle and Triple H thing. Oh, I think they axed that.
I think so, too, because they haven't done anything with it.
And Kurt Angle doesn't wrestle like, dude, I think you're not.
Yeah. Or maybe you have Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. An Olympic gold medalist and a former UFC champion going up against Triple H and Stephanie? That sells itself.
Or Ronda Rousey and the Great Khali versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
No, let's go with the other option.
Okay.
Let's go with the other option.
What's the other option? Great Khali and
Kurt Angle and
okay.
Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Yes,
My bad.
please.
My bad.
Yeah. So,
what?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's huge news. It's huge.
Huge news.
That takes us into Raw, where Stephanie comes out and welcomes Asuka, saying this is your night. You've earned it. Sasha Banks comes out and says, everyone keeps saying no one's ready for Asuka. I'm ready. I'll fight you right now.
Okay, I'm going to skip to that match. Holy fuck, they beat the shit out of each other.
They really did.
And, I don't know if they were rough and then some spots were missed. And, holy crap, I thought they hurt each other. Really.
Sasha nearly killed herself.
Because how she fell out of the ring. And then,
there were a lot of stiff moments in this Raw. That match and what was the other one? I can't remember, but damn, there were some hard hits. Like they were going balls to the wall.
I don't know.
But yeah, Asuka going up against Sasha Banks, slugging it out.
God.
That spot where Sasha Banks tried to dive through the ropes and got caught and landed right on top of her head. I originally thought like she swung back and her face hit the LED screen. But they were like, no, like her head just hit the ground.
Something I forgot, sorry, about the Royal Rumble women's match. How Nikki Bella got eliminated by Asuka was pretty weak.
Yeah.
That kick, and then she jumped off the...
Yeah. And like I said, it would have looked better had it been like Nia Jax. Because she has, I'm not trying to say anything negative. She has a wider frame than Nikki.
Well, I thought...
So her being up on the apron, it would make more sense.
Well, there was one part where it looked like Nikki was about to get eliminated, or she should have got eliminated, but she messed it up, it looked like. And then...
Probably.
Then they got on the outside
They're probably
of the rope.
Shit.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, I barely kicked you in the leg, and then she jumped off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was pretty weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Asuka's a smaller frame girl than Nia Jax, so she kind of would have the advantage of standing on the apron against Nia Jax because Nia doesn't have really anywhere to go. Like she's leaning up against the ropes. You go after her legs. Oh, I'm down. So if they were going to do that finish, I would have preferred to see Nia Jax. So yeah, that match was pretty sick. Asuka ended up getting the victory over Sasha Banks. We saw Braun Strowman go up against Kane in a last man standing match, and this was a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. But before we talk about that match, Stephanie did make the announcement that there is going to be the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. So what did you think about that?
I mean, it's really cool. I mean, they're getting more things, more matches and stuff like that.
It kind of completes the cycle, I think. I think that's just about all there is to do in the WWE as far as matches go.
Women's King of the Ring.
Queen of the Ring.
Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring. Queen of the Ring.
Which Charlotte has obviously already won.
Woo!
Yes.
Let's see. Buried Alive match.
Yeah, we can do that. No. Inferno match.
Inferno match.
I think they got rid of that one. First Blood. No.
Guest referee match. I'm just going through matches and stuff from the game.
Yeah. Because they've done Money in the Bank. They've had a TLC. They've done Hell in a Cell. So now they're doing Elimination Chamber. They've done the Royal Rumble. Is there anything else that they've not done? They've had tables match.
Punjabi prison match.
I don't think anyone needs to see that ever again. Men or women. We don't need to see that.
What else? They need to bring back. They need to do the TNA ring, 6 sides.
No.
And they could do an X division.
No.
One of those.
We don't need to
climb that wire and get the X.
No.
Yeah.
No. Speaking of, let's jump out of Raw because there have been some jumps. Obviously, EC3 signing with WWE. We've got Rockstar Spud officially on the WWE. Drake Maverick. What a name.
Yeah.
For that
It'll
one.
probably grow on us.
And then the big one was Jeremy Borash signing with WWE.
But I don't know what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be reporting to NXT. Probably ring announcing or backstage
then you get
interviews.
Don West up
like
in there.
Don
and
West.
they can do some brown bag specials and shit like that.
And supposedly Bobby Lashley's out the door.
Yeah, he was done. I don't know if he's going to WWE. But
So, and forgive me, I know this is a wrestling podcast, but I haven't watched TNA in quite some time. Who have they got over there?
they have a lot of people. They have a lot of new people and stuff. I
mean, obviously they still have Abyss.
They have
'Cause-
Alberto,
He's still there?
Austin Aries, Eli
Yeah,
Drake. Forgive me. I forget his real name, his name in TNA, but Chris Masters.
No, he's gone.
What?
He left.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris Adonis.
Yeah,
That's his
he's
name.
gone.
There were some guys that were did some stuff in ROW for a little bit. A guy named Follow Ball. They have who else? LAX, not the original LAX.
Yeah.
Homicide and some new people with Conan.
I mean, all I hear is like such and such has departed from Impact Wrestling, and I'm like, God, everyone's gone. I'm like, who do they even have?
I need to watch it and see what else. Well, they're taping, so they're behind on stuff. Like,
yeah. Well, then they taped like 3 months. And that's what it was. They were doing their last bit of taping, and Chris Masters was like, hey, I'm out. And they're like, dude, we've got you lined up for like the next several weeks of taping. He was like, no, I'm gone.
I'm going to, okay. Matt Sydal. There's, Biss. I'm just talking about people that we know and stuff. Bobby Lashley.
Gone.
There's a lot of people that you may not even heard of.
Yeah.
So there's this.
Who's this Shark Boy?
DJZ.
Isn't he out with an injury?
Maybe. I don't know. Eddie Edwards, Eli Drake. Holy moly. Johnny Impact.
Yeah.
Josh Matthews.
He goes wherever he's needed.
Well, the roster is quite sparse what they have on there now.
No, that's all who they have. That's it. That's their whole roster.
There's someone else. They're not showing him. Oh, dude, I can't think of his name. I knew his name before, but okay, stall before.
That's all right.
No, I'm gonna find his name.
But yeah, it was just something because like they got Samoa Joe, they got AJ Styles, they got EC3.
Oh,
Jeremy
Sammy
Borash.
Callahan.
Yeah,
is in there.
Probably a few others, but I was just like, man, I haven't watched that show in forever. But I'm like, who the heck is left with all these people going? So I know there was a lot of rumors going around that Bobby Lashley was going to be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble, and people were thinking that maybe EC3 was going to be an entrant in the Royal Rumble. But since they showed him on Takeover, and they announced him as the latest NXT signing, a lot of those rumors got put to bed. So yeah, I mean it was pretty crazy. But they had the first qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber match, the men's at least. We got to see Braun Strowman versus Kane.
Oh, there's actually more. They're starting right now.
Okay.
You remember this dude, Garza Jr.?
No.
That's the dude when we went to Lucha Underground. I was like, oh, this is so-and-so. I made up a name for him.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
I don't know who else I'm looking at.
But the Braun versus Kane match pretty much brawled out to the outside. The match ends after Braun Strowman lifted and flipped the commentary platform. Not just the table, the entire platform on top of Kane. And what's really funny is I wish they would not have gone back to replay and showed that particular angle because you can clearly see Kane was okay. It didn't land on top of him. It was just flipped over him.
Yeah.
I wish they hadn't have shown that angle because you can see Kane. The only thing that landed on him was the tablecloth or whatever. So
I don't know. I didn't care for that match.
Yeah.
Kane could be out.
It was a cool another Braun spot that he
Yeah.
got to do, and raw.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, just going back one more time.
one more time.
The other people that we knew that they're on there. Sorry, because I'm looking at Moose, Petey Williams, Sanjay Dutt. Apparently, Suicide's still there.
Well, they're just gonna throw anybody under that uniform.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go out there and perform a match.
That's it. I mean, there's more people, but yeah.
Cool. Good deal.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
You're very welcome.
We got to see Elias go up against Woken Matt Hardy. Woken!
You're like
In another Elimination
Muppet.
Chamber qualifying match. Elias getting the win. I'm trying to remember, did
Bray.
cause the distraction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Jace. So Elias is in the Elimination Chamber. We got to see The Miz going up against Roman Reigns, Intercontinental Championship rematch. The Miz Taraj ended up getting ejected, but Miz somehow pulled off the victory. Got the win.
Yeah, he needed to win this. Whoops. So, Reigns can move on to other stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but I really would like them to throw me a curveball, not have Roman Reigns involved in the Elimination Chamber, and have Braun get the win, go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I know that's not the plan. I know that they are set in stone. Like, here's what's happening. Brock versus Roman. Don't care if you want to see it or not. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
But I don't know.
It's going to be Brock versus Elias.
I think it would be. Yeah, there you go. That's the match we need to see. I just think it would be a better passing of the torch of the monster heel. Not necessarily heel because Braun's over as hell right now. But you have Lesnar give the belt to Braun. I just feel like that would be the better story.
Yeah, I guess.
Braun got those hands on
He
Brock.
has hands. Yeah, he has hands.
Did you see the videos with Alexa Bliss that Braun did?
He cracks up.
Where he gave
smiles.
her his shirt.
Yeah.
And then he tried to have her flip a car.
No.
You didn't see that one? Oh, that was funny.
Because, like, whenever they were doing the mixed match challenge, like, introducing for the next week, which was actually this week, and she said something. Or, no, he said something and sat down, and she said something, and he, like, petted her and was smiling.
See, I didn't see that video.
Yeah, that cracked me up.
But I saw the one where he gave her his shirt, and it was like, get all of these hands. It said all these hands or something like that. And she puts it on, and it's like a 4X or something. So, I mean, like, it looks like a dress
It's like
because
a
it just drapes
shirt
over
for
her.
to sleep in.
And she's like, look, I got you a shirt as well. And it's an Alexa Bliss shirt. And it's like a small. So he's like trying to put his arm through it, and you can just hear the fabric tearing. And he like puts it over his head. But that's it. Like he gets one arm and his head through it. And he's like, yeah, it looks great. and then it shows the next video, them outside in the parking lot. And he's like, now, I'm not going to have you flipping trailers, but I figure we start small. And they're standing next to a car. And he's like, go ahead and try it. And she's like, I don't know if I can do it. Like, I don't know if I'm strong enough. He's like, well, no, I sweat in that shirt. So that automatically makes you 30% stronger. And so she's like, I mean, I'll try it. And so she tries, and she obviously can't do it. And he's like, that's okay. We'll work up to that.
I'm trying
They
to
walk
find
off.
the thing I was telling you about.
Now, I didn't get to watch the mixed match challenge, but I did hear that they were victorious, and they cut a promo afterwards where Braun was like, yeah, I think she's kind of cute. And Alexa was like, yeah, I think you're pretty cute too. In fact, I think we can go all the way to the championship match or whatever it was, or the final round of this competition. So a little teasing there. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the thing for you.
Show me later.
Show you now.
No,
You
show
watch-
me later. We got a show to do.
We're doing a show now.
Oh, my God. So I'm just going to be standing here watching a video while there's dead silence.
Yep.
and-
No, you're going to be talking about the video.
No.
You're going to be talking
Not doing
behind
that.
you right
So Miz defeats Roman Reigns to retain his Intercontinental Championship. We got to see the Revival take on Heath Slater and Rhino. Say yeah.
No.
Oh, fuck. Revival end up getting the victory over Heath Slater and Rhino. Anything really to take away from that?
Say meh.
They cut a promo after the match talking about how they're wrestlers or something.
Yep.
I don't remember too much. The Bar going up against Titus Worldwide.
Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
The Bar ends up getting the victory.
Because they are the bar.
They don't set the bar. They are the bar.
They are a bar.
Are the bar. The final matchup, we got to see John Cena going up against Finn Balor,
Which was
Elimination
pretty
Chamber qualifying match. Good match. I felt it was really weird that they kept showing John Cena being flustered by the crowd. And the fact that he was kind of like, I'm just trying to go to WrestleMania. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be beating up your favorite guy, but I'm just trying to go to WrestleMania. In the years that he has been cutting promos about you paid your hard-earned money to cheer me. Some of you came to boo me. In this case, a lot of people came to boo you. You know, the fact that you showed like that it actually got under your skin, that's just weird.
Something new.
It was weird. I didn't know what they were doing with him. And then I saw a video like after Raw. He was like, you know what? I'll be honest. You guys got to me. And I know you guys are passionate. And whenever you hear that announcer say that I'm from West Newbury, Massachusetts, and the crowd instantly boos because the Eagles are playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl, you know, they automatically assume him as the enemy. And he went out and sang the Eagles fight song or whatever.
Maybe he's just trolling.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I felt like it took away from the match a little bit because of how flustered he seemed.
Trollolo.
And I did see a comment that it was like, it says a lot that a fully focused Finn Balor, even though you can give him the benefit of the doubt of being exhausted from being in the Royal Rumble for, I think it was like 52 minutes, something like that he was actually in the Royal Rumble because he started the thing. He was number 2.
Yeah.
So for him to lose to an out of focus, distracted John Cena, that doesn't say very good things about what you're trying to do with Finn Balor. But again, like I said, you could chalk it up to, well, the dude was exhausted from being in the Royal Rumble for almost an hour. But yeah, John Cena, he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber joining Braun Strowman and Elias. So probably that's...
Samson.
Yes.
Knight.
No. So that's where we're going to probably see... I would not be surprised to see Elias pin John Cena, or vice versa, with Elias attacking John Cena afterwards, and that starts their feud probably for WrestleMania.
Their feud hasn't been that bad, really.
Yeah.
Some things have surprised me with Elias, really.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to WWE?
Sure.
All right. So someone, mainly you, would like to walk with Elias. Yes. So that takes
on
us,
a beach.
That takes us over to SmackDown. I'll be completely honest. I was falling asleep during SmackDown. I came home from work and I was just exhausted. So I don't recall too much.
You will recall it.
Too much of it. We'll try our best to get through it. Did you get to catch SmackDown?
I watched some parts. I didn't watch the last match though.
Okay. So we got to see Shinsuke come out, say, Roman Reigns need a face, John Cena need a face, AJ Styles need a face. Owens and Zayn came out, harped that they were screwed out of their championship. Styles came out, cut a promo as well. Hey, let's make a match. Dana
Tag
Bryan.
match.
Yeah.
During the night, they went to go talk to Daniel Bryan,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Well, yeah, no, it's unfair. So yeah, I'll give you a match and stuff." And Sami Zayn was like, "Oh yes, my guy. I'm happy about this." It's like, Sammy's gonna verse Kevin next week for the.
And the winner goes on to face.
They
AJ
turned
Styles.
on each other during this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's quick.
It was kind of weird.
Is it gonna be over or what? Like, don't tease it being over. It like Sammy and Kevin just got
going.
Just got together.
Why do they want to ruin everything that's good in the world?
I don't know.
But yeah, that was certainly where they went to, and that sort of led into the main event. Sami Zayn ended up walking out on Kevin Owens, walking to the end of the ramp, and then he came back, tried to finish the match. Kevin Owens was barking orders, and he's like, all right, you know what? Screw it. I'm out of here later. And AJ Styles and Shinsuke ended up picking the victory on that one. We got to see Rusev, Zack Ryder, Kofi Kingston, Jinder Mahal, Fatal 4-Way to determine who's going to be the one to face Bobby Roode next week.
I really don't know what they're doing. Like, what's the plan? I mean, how is Dolph going to be put in this situation?
I don't know.
Are they dropping him?
That's why I had such an issue with him being number 30. Like, okay, so you wrote him off. Like, he literally forfeited the championship, and then your idea was originally to bring him back to challenge for the same title that he vacated? That makes no sense. You have him enter at number 30. He doesn't win. That makes no sense. Anything you do at this point is not going to make sense.
Yeah.
Like, have him show up on Raw, because whatever he does, it isn't going to make any sense on SmackDown. Like, unless he comes out and says, I want a bigger championship, the United States title. I want to go after AJ Styles, to which we already know we're going to see Shinsuke versus AJ. I'm sorry to any Dolph Ziggler fan out there. I'm going to pay twice as much than to see Shinsuke versus AJ than I would ever watch Dolph Ziggler versus AJ.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not in the cards. So you have him go over to Raw, do whatever you want there. Have him feud against The Miz or something. I don't know.
They already did that.
Yeah, they did. So, I don't know. The whole Dolph Ziggler thing is just a giant question mark to me. I don't know what they're planning. I don't know what they're expecting to do. It's just not working.
I mean,
to be honest, it goes back to what we talked about. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it goes back to what we talked about weeks ago. Just release the dude. He'll make a name for himself on the independent circuit.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry for that. Rusev ended up getting the victory in this Fatal 4-Way.
I don't like Bobby Roode really that much as a wrestler. He's all right.
Yeah.
I like his entrance more.
Mm-hmm.
But I am all about fresh new matchups.
Yeah.
So Bobby Roode and Rusev is good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rusev versus Bobby Roode. Did you see the shop, the WWE shop, what they released?
No.
the Rusev Day calendar.
Oh, shit.
So it's a 12-month calendar.
Oh, God. Every day's Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day. In little red lettering at the bottom of every day,
Rusev Day.
it says Rusev Day. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's
Get that.
That's a quick little cash grab, like striking while the iron's hot. Like, dude, we need a calendar. We need it now. I don't care.
We need
that
to
in fact,
get that before they take it away.
Yeah, they're like, I don't care
You going to buy it?
that. No,
I need you to buy it.
You buy it.
You buy it for me.
It's $10.
Well, you buy it.
My birthday's before yours.
Okay. I'll buy it
Okay.
for me.
All right. Hey, that'll work. Let's do that.
I'll buy it
That's a brilliant idea, Tyler.
for Rusev Day.
You buy your own damn calendar. How about that? Let's do that.
I'll buy it for Rusev Day. You buy one for Rusev Day,
Okay.
and we'll have one for Rusev Day.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll work. I wish they would have sold that at the beginning of the year, because Kelsey and I were looking for a calendar in our kitchen. I ended up getting a Rick and Morty one because the only other options were like famous landmarks from around the world that I've never seen. Sports Illustrated
I was
or
going to say
Maxim.
Ricky, whatever. This is a singer named
Ricky Martin?
Ricky Martin. I got Ricky Martin.
Rick and Morty.
Ricky Martin
So we have a Rick and Morty
calendar.
calendar in our kitchen.
Ricky Martin calendar.
Yes. So let's see. We got Usos coming out and cutting a really good promo. The Bludgeon Brothers, they came out and sort of crossed paths with the Usos.
So that's next.
I think that's the direction that they're going to be going next.
I don't know. Like, I like.
It'll probably be the one that
Harper.
they drop it to.
Yeah, I really wanted Benjamin and Gable,
Well,
but I guess the Bludgeon Brothers are the next one. You know, who else you have after that? Because I forgot about the Bludgeon Brothers.
mm-hmm.
So I was like, who's going to come out?
We may have already had this discussion, but what are your thoughts on the Bludgeon Brothers theme?
Don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It did not grow on. Well,
It's
I
too
don't like
slow.
their.
It's too slow. It's not haunting
I
enough.
thought maybe you would like it, but
Uh-uh.
I do not like it.
I'm not a fan of it. I was hoping like maybe I'd come around to it. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, God, it sounds just lazy. Dun, 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 dun. Like I feel like I'm falling asleep. Dun, 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 dun. Like, it's just not for me. I'm curious if there are people out there who are like, dude, that song's banging.
Oh, let us know.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't sound nearly horrifying. Like, Kane's, his is badass as a...
Remember that one?
I remember that one. That's not really what I was referring to. Like, like I remember being little, and I would watch when I say watch, I would put my TV on channel 99, and the pay-per-view would come through on it, and I could at least listen to it.
Yeah.
And every time that theme would come on, like the organs, I was like, dang, that sounds so scary. But I was young too, so
Yeah.
maybe that's what they're trying to connect to, not the 30-year-old dude who's sitting in a podcast booth going, yeah, this theme sucks. But they're probably trying to appeal to the little kids who are like, these guys are scary. I don't know. They're trying to scare them, but not scare them too much to give them nightmares.
Scare where they pee a little bit, but
Yeah.
not much.
Shit, man. I remember the first time I saw Kane. It was the one time. Like, because, I don't know if you ever watched the pay-per-views on, like, the scrambled channels.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's how I'd always watch them growing up. Like, that's how I saw Kane make his debut at the Hell in a Cell. That's how I've, watched a couple Stone Cold pay-per-views and all that. Like, because my buddies at school would be like, hey, what happened during the pay-per-view? And so I'd tell them what the matches were and who won before we went home from school that day and watched Monday Night Raw. Because, they would always talk about it that morning or that night. I was like, no, we got to know now what happened. And so every once in a while, the scramble would line up just enough for you to get like a little picture, and then it'd start scrambling up again. But when Kane made his entrance, every time the fire would go off, it would correct itself instantly.
Huh.
I don't know if it was just like the change in the lighting or something, but every time it would happen, he would appear in the figure with the fire, and I'm like, oh God, there he is. So that's how I first saw Kane in the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker.
I
And
wonder what kids think of Kane now.
they're probably like, this guy ain't scary at all. His hair looks fake.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you think about my soap?
Good soap.
Yeah, it is good soap. But, yeah, just getting off a little tangent there. Charlotte came out and cut a promo. She was attacked by the Riot Squad, beat her down. Did you see this part?
Yes.
What did you think about Carmella coming out there?
I thought she was going to get it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit. Yeah, get it.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too. I'm like, are they really going to do this? Like,
Okay.
because I know
girl.
there's going to be a pay-per-view before WrestleMania. I think it's Fastlane.
Yeah.
So that would be the chance for Charlotte to get it back. And I was like,
I don't know, but I was like, get it, girl.
yeah. She ended up attempting to cash in, but she attacked the referee by accident and was like, nope, never mind. I didn't mean to do that. We got to see Baron Corbin defeat Ty Dillinger.
Don't care.
Yeah, I think a heel turn for Ty Dillinger is on the way.
I don't know.
It would be something new for him to do. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin defeated Breezango. And then we already talked about the main event for that one. So, what else?
Jace.
Jace. So that's pretty much how SmackDown went. Not too bad of a show. It was all right. Worth checking out. PvP this week. We had a total of 2 votes on who won, and it ended up we've got a tie, sir.
Oh, really?
So so that means you're making progress.
Oh, I guess.
So the listeners, all 2 of them, contributed to
thank
to
you.
PvP.
2 listeners.
One sided with you, and one sided with me. So
Shit.
so since you picked last week, I'll let you pick again if you'd like. If there's a topic that you want to go off on, grow that little baby and let's get in that delivery room.
Yeah, let's think about that shit.
I don't want to give you the whole length to think about it, but if there's a topic that you want to do, or if we've talked quite a bit this week, so I don't know how your promo voice is going right now, but I know we've had a suggestion of slow drivers. I guess there's the benefit
Do you have any
to
wrestling related?
Not that I've seen, but we can always pull one up. Or if there's one off the top of your head, like were you NWO or were you DX? Obviously, you were DX because you didn't watch WCW.
Yeah, I really was.
I know over on the podcast page, which if you're not following us on the podcast page, you really should, because I'm trying to get more interaction from you guys. We've been doing a poll every day for about the last week and a half or so, and I'm trying to get more and more interaction from that. Like right now, today, I posted, it's the WrestleMania match we never got to see, but who would have won between Sting or The Undertaker? I mean, that was a match that we all wanted to see, all that we had hoped that we were going to see. So, it's a simple click of the button of who you wanted to see. Right now, it's pretty lopsided for The Undertaker to win. 328 votes for Sting, 988 for The Undertaker.
Oh, shit.
So we're growing that thing.
Grow it.
I asked a poll yesterday, who deserves the WWE or Universal Championship reign more, Rusev or Samoa Joe? Who do you think, which direction do you think they're going?
Rusev.
It's actually Samoa Joe, but not by much. 826 for Rusev, 938 for Samoa Joe. So just little things like that to get us going. We did and this has been our most popular to date. Who would you like to see have one more match in WWE, Daniel Bryan or CM Punk? Which way do you think they've gone? Wow. And there's still time to vote, so if you want to cast your vote, feel free to go to our Facebook. Yeah, he's got 1.8 or 1,800 votes. Daniel Bryan with 900. So CM Punk has double the amount. Let's see, what else have we done here recently? Oh, I do want to send a special congratulations. What was his name? Phil. I don't know if you listened to the show, Phil, but you commented on our podcast page. I made a post right before the Royal Rumble saying the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble will enter at number blank. And Phil was the only person before the match went I mean, there were people obviously who commented afterwards trying to act smart. Oh, yeah, I knew it was this one. I see the timestamp. I know exactly when you commented. You're not outsmarting me. But Phil posted exactly number 14, and that's the number that Shinsuke Nakamura came out on. So congratulations, Phil. That's pretty badass. But another poll that I had posted, who does it better, Randy Orton's RKO or Diamond Dallas Page Diamond Cutter? And at the moment, Randy Orton leads that. So pretty cool stuff. I don't know. I don't really have any PvP topics for this week.
I don't know, man. I wasn't prepared.
Well, there was a lot to cover this week, so we can chalk it up to
We'll throw out some more, and we'll be prepared for next week.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. We'll bring it back next week and go from there. Going into hot topics, we already discussed Nikki Bella, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax talking about them possibly unhappy with Ronda Rousey being signed. We already talked about Jeremy Borash signing and Rockstar Spud as Drake Maverick. The first ever women's elimination chamber match. Kind of looking forward to that. WrestleMania 35 supposedly has been confirmed yet not officially announced by the WWE. So we'll probably be looking in the next few weeks for that official announcement. But as of now, as far as rumors, speculation, whatever you want to call it, at the time of this reporting, I haven't seen anything to conflict it. WrestleMania 35 will be taking place in New Jersey / New York at MetLife Stadium.
I wonder if they're ever going to come back to Houston.
I would love for them to. That would be awesome. Maybe they'll do that for 40. Ooh, that'd be cool because we're not too far away from that. Or maybe sooner. You never know. Either way, when they come into town,
25 and 30. That's the ones I went to.
Yeah, I just went to 30. So maybe they'll do it for 40. That'd be cool, or sooner than that. They're more than welcome to come in sooner than that. So if you're living in that area, go ahead and start saving now because it looks like it's going to be going to MetLife Stadium again.
Whoop, whoop.
Which they did that a few years back. Was it 29? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But we'll see. Next bit of Hot Topic news, the Dudley Boys, the next Hall of Fame inductees. So well-deserved for those guys. They returned to Raw 25 as well. There are some rumored names at the moment. Bam Bam Bigelow, much deserved. Ivory, much deserved. And then Celebrity Wing. You know he's done lots of performances at WrestleMania.
They've taken a lot of his songs.
They've used a lot of his songs.
They just did one of his songs for Royal Rumble.
Yeah. That being Kid Rock. So he'd be in the Celebrity Wing.
Kid Rock or Snooki?
Kid Rock. All day. All day, every day. Over Snooki?
Maria Menounos
over Snooki.
Okay.
Maria Menounos over Kid Rock.
What's her name? Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Cyndi Lauper?
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, you got to have her.
Yeah.
She's already in.
She's already in?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she's
long time ago.
I don't think it was too long ago.
What?
Let me see.
It's longer than you think it was.
Lauper, WWE Hall of Fame. Thank you, Internet.
Okay, let's find it on the internets right now. Nope. Doesn't say.
Cindy.
Oh.
Cyndi Lauper. Oh, wow. I guess not. Maybe not.
Nope. No shit.
Could have sworn she was.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Shows what I know.
Yeah.
Anywho.
You got the Drew carry.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to put her in. She was part of the Rock and Wrestling.
Yeah.
If she's not already. I could have sworn that she was already in. I don't know who I was thinking of then.
I'll always remember. I know you didn't get to go to a Hall of Fame last time, but
I was okay with that.
I will always remember going to the one when Stone Cold was inducted.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Let's see. Individuals.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
Yeah, I don't know. I had more fun at the 30 or at the WrestleMania 30 weekend, the non-WWE stuff.
Oh,
like
so much.
I wouldn't mind going to check out Access, but I think it's just like I think it would be just the same thing over and over again. Like
we went to it one time and it was all right. It was just like, hey, here's this superstar. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of interactive stuff. But if you want to meet the superstar, they don't really talk to you. Like, okay, I could be wrong. They could change it up. But the stuff that you see in those commercials, like, oh, here's SummerSlam Access. They have a camera right there. This superstar is talking to us. That did not happen when we went.
That was also 5 years prior to us going again.
Yeah, but they were shooing people through the line real quick.
Oh,
it's like a hi-bye thing, and that's it.
That's how a lot of meet and greets for musical artists are these days. It's kind of like, okay, we've got a lot of people to go, and we don't want to take a lot of time. So go up there, shake your hand, smile for the camera.
Go to those high independent.
That's how it was when I met Fall Out Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were like, okay, we'll take the picture, shake their hand, smile to your camera. Hey, thanks for coming out. Nice to meet you. Bye. Next.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like we went to Evolve and other stuff like that. It's just so cool. The guys will sit there and talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're trying to peddle their merch.
Yeah, but that's still cool as hell, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of people I've met at those independent shows that are now part of WWE.
Yeah. I went through because I was we've had our fair share of talks about my WWE Supercard game that I play. I'm part of a group, and for whatever reason, they got on the topic of people that they've met. They're like, oh, I'm so excited I get to meet this person. And, oh, yeah, well, I've met this person and this person. And I was like, I'll be right back. And so I pulled up the podcast page of the photo album of who all we've met, and I just started typing. And I was like, we've met a lot of people while doing this show. Like, it's pretty crazy. We met Booker T. Met Kurt Angle. We both met Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
You've met Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. I got to meet Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Kevin Norton, and X-Pac all at the same time.
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Chris. Yeah, we said Chris Hero. There's just so many, man. You met Christopher Daniels and Kaz.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I finally got there. That I got that picture with Kaz. Did I ever tell you how much that bothered me?
What?
Whenever TNA came back in 2010, they did a house show here in Beaumont.
Yeah.
And it was him next to Madison Rayne. And I walked through and I got him to autograph the book or whatever. And he was like, hey, do you want a picture? And I was like in a rush to try and get a picture with Madison Rayne. And so I was like, nah, man, I'm good. Thanks, though. And like the look that he kind of gave me, it was kind of like, oh, okay.
Like he was pissed or sad?
Like he was upset. I was like, oh, damn. I hope I didn't like hurt his feelings
you
or something.
offended him.
I might have. Like, and for all I know, it was a completely different look. He didn't even mean to give that. But like, I looked at it and I was like, that looks like sadness in his eyes. Like, why didn't he want to take a picture with me? And so that bugged me for years until we finally got to go to that Evolve show. And I finally got a picture with him. I'm like, okay, I've made amends. I came up to him and I was like, I want a picture with you. And they were like, okay, great, cool.
That's what we need to do, like compile everything and like maybe one of these shows just say who all the people we've ever met. Not right. I mean, that takes a little time to do.
Doesn't.
Are you sure?
We've met a number of people over the years. What are you talking about? This is our show. We decide when it ends. Damn it.
That is
If you're listening to the show and haven't gotten sick of our talking about video games and people that we've met, feel free to go to our podcast page. We have an album, a photo album, and it says the podcast crew met. And it's just a list of all the people that we've met throughout the years. And it's really cool because, obviously there's some gaps in between it, but you got to meet William Regal and Layla and Gail Kim, Diamond Dallas Page, Austin Aries. There's El Generico, now known as Sami Zayn, the Dudley Boys, Samoa Joe. There's Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro, Kaz, Desmond Wolfe, a.k.a. Nigel McGuinness. There's James Storm, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle. Then there's me, a picture with Kurt Angle, Madison Rayne. Yeah. Me with Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy, whatever you want to call him. Us with Daniel Bryan, us with Booker T, Robbie E, Miss Tessmacher. The time I got to meet Ryback, Scott Steiner, all the people, the lovely folks over at Doomsday Wrestling. And fun fact, people, in case you are longtime listeners, and you are familiar with the name Tex Lone Star, you might hear that name pretty soon in the next few weeks. So be on the lookout for that. We got to meet Matt Cross, a.k.a. Son of Havoc, Tugboat Taylor, Booker T, like I said, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Xbox, and Scott Norton. Fun fact about that picture, it's actually on WWE.com because they did a Where Are They Now feature on Scott Norton, and that picture is on there.
I still have that picture. I saved it from the WWE website.
That's awesome.
I'll send it to you.
We got, who was that? David Hart Smith.
Yeah.
There's the picture with
Michael Tarver.
Yeah, Michael Tarver, Shelton Benjamin,
Jushin
Thunder Liger, Johnny Gargano, Ricochet, Chris Hero. Who was that?
That's Trent.
Trent Beretta. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I was blanking on his name. There's Dustin and Trent Beretta. Chuck Taylor, Green Ant, Red Ant. Oh, there's Biff Busick.
Yeah.
What's he known in NXT?
Oney Lorcan.
Oney Lorcan. That's right.
Matt Riddle,
Jay Lethal, Kevin Steen / Kevin Owens, Adam Cole, baby, Nigel McGuinness, Low-Key, Kaz and Christopher Daniels, Bret Hart, Lita, Hurricane Helms. I took that picture of me and Hurricane, and I tweeted it out to him. And I was like, dude, it was so great to see him. So great to see Hurricane make a special appearance at the Royal Rumble. Can't wait to see him at Era Lucha in Beaumont because they're coming down here. And I've put, hashtag cheap plug. He retweeted it, which was really cool of him to do. He didn't have to. He retweeted it, got a lot of likes, a lot of retweets. Conan actually tweeted to me. Like, I'm not even following him. He tweeted to me. He was like, yo, did you hear about this on our podcast? I said, no, but, I'll have to check it out. And would love to have either of you guys or both of you guys on our show one day. That'd be really cool. And so he was like, well, here's the link to the episode. So I was like, oh, cool. So that was a fun little Hurricane story. Got to meet Ted DiBiase and hold the $1 million belt. This picture is really special. That was me and Roddy Piper like a month before he died. And what's really interesting, if you go on the picture, I don't know if that's the exact jacket, but it's a similar jacket to the one that Ronda Rousey wore for her WWE debut. And there's a fun fact about that particular jacket. It's actually the jacket that Roddy Piper wore. His son flew it to her to wear for her debut.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so she did like a photo session, took it off, gave it back to his son.
Wow.
And it was like, thank you so much for letting me have that. And there was even an interview with Piper's daughter saying that he would have been absolutely honored to have her wear that. So just really cool. Tommy Dreamer, Katrina from Lucha Underground, Eva Lise from Lucha Underground, Hernandez, Jim Duggan, Raymond Rowe from War Machine. Now he's in WWE. I mean, my goodness, Colt Cabana, you and I both got to meet him. Big Cass.
Yeah.
There's that picture of Big Cass that you didn't want.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want, yeah.
You're like, no, I don't want to bug him. I was like, well, I'm going to go bug him. I'll get that picture, damn it.
Yeah.
That was a really cool memory, the one we got to go backstage and meet the primetime players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, Jim Ross. That was cool. You got that picture of the Sandman. Man, I will never forget, and I will never forgive that lady for walking me over to the Sandman and Billy Gunn. And she was like, hey, this guy is with a podcast and wants to interview you. I was like, no, we're with a radio station. Yeah. I just happened to be wearing my podcast shirt. And they were like, podcast? Whoa, we're not doing that.
Yep.
I was like, motherfucker. I was trying to get an interview with you guys. Damn it. One thing about these is that these are all screenshots. I didn't get like actual pictures with Vicky or Lance Hoyt.
But you got to stand next to him and talk to him.
I got to interview him, which is pretty cool. I got to go on Facebook Live with him, Vicky Guerrero. I love that picture. Lance Hoyt, Matt Stryker. Got to meet Moose, Mickey James, now in WWE, Tommy Dreamer. Who was this? I can't remember his name. He was part of Evolve.
Oh, dude, I can't think of his name. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So we got to meet Chuck Taylor again.
Oh, Fred Yehai.
Oh, that's right. Jeff Cobb, a.k.a. Matanza from Lucha Underground. Matt Riddle, Chris Hero. So
see, even there's some pictures that people may have not seen, like Drew Gulak.
Yeah, where is that picture? I'm
I
surprised
have
they didn't
it.
have
I
that
have
on there.
it. But also, there's some pictures I didn't take with some people because I hung out with certain people of WrestleMania 25 when the ROH stars. That was with Bryan Danielson, Claudia,
Yeah.
like I said. But there's some other people that were there: Austin Aries, Grizzly Redwood, the Necro Butcher, the Briscoes, Eddie Edwards, and stuff like that. Hell, before he passed away, he even showed. This is when he wasn't in good graces with ROH, but I got to meet Larry Sweeney.
Yeah, we
came
did
there.
get to meet him.
Well, no, that was before when we met him
Yeah.
at that show. Bobby Dempsey. So I hung out with these guys in a bar, in a hole in the wall bar.
That's awesome.
So, and a fun little fact too, also because I didn't know him at the time, but I remember seeing him there because there were local wrestlers who were hanging out there too because other wrestlers were there. Steve DeMarco was there with Ryan Davidson and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, all the people from Booker T's Reality of Wrestling that we've got to meet over the years, really cool group of guys. Let's see, we were actually planning on interviewing Larry Sweeney in studio before he tragically passed away. He was going to come in to do the show with us, and then unfortunately he passed. So that was kind of a bummer. But yeah, I mean, over the years we've met some really cool people. The only slightly negative experience that I have is with John Cena, and that was the tour bus incident. So
Well,
you can't really blame him too much. I blame the security guard more than anything.
you can't blame. We were waiting in a parking lot that was behind the event center. We weren't supposed to be there.
We really weren't supposed to be there, but when you ask security, hey, where can I go to meet these folks and get a picture? And they say, oh, just drive right around. The gate's open. Head on back.
Oh,
we
so-
could have been planning on murdering the guy. They don't know. They're just like, oh, yeah, just go over there. That's where they'll come out. And he saw John Cena in his tour bus hanging out, like resting, recuperating from his match. And, figured, hey, it's worth a shot. Walked up to the door and got the attention of the bus driver, and we're like, hey, I know. Well, we were wondering if we could just get a picture.
I'm trying to think of some more people from that TNA show. Oh, Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor
Trying to remember anyone else.
Wasn't Gail Kim on there? On that
Maybe.
group? I want to say yes. I know Rob Van Dam was there, but he was the champ at the time, and they were charging like $20 to get in the ring and get a picture with him.
No,
I'm like, that's
pass.
I'm okay.
So yeah, we've seen a lot of wrestling.
Yeah. Seen a lot of wrestling, met a lot of wrestlers.
I met Dixie Carter also, and I was the TNA
You were
champion.
not the champion. You
I
just held the
I
belt.
had the belt for a little bit. Also,
Well, we've
Doug
already
was the
had that
champion.
discussion.
We were a champion for a while, so that was cool.
So if you just hold the championship, automatically you're a champion?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
only with the TNA title.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
What if you buy like a replica? Are
It
you the
doesn't
champion
count.
then?
Doesn't count because it's not official. It's not the official.
Did you see that that story with and I posted it on the Facebook page if you haven't seen it, where the high school student gave his friend an NXT belt?
Yeah,
Did you see the follow up on that?
they invited him to.
Yeah, they got to go to the Royal Rumble, or they got to go to Raw or the Royal Rumble or something. Met Triple H, met Stephanie. They presented, like, not only did they present them with a plaque with one of the replicas belts in it. I mean, it's a small plaque, and it looks pretty cool, if I do say so. They also gave them a championship belt, WWE championship belt. AJ Styles walked up, signed it. They got to meet Randy Orton. I'm like, that's such a feel-good story.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was just one person doing something nice for his friend. Didn't have to do it, but they shared a common bond in wrestling, and it was like, you know what? I feel like doing something special for you. And they just happened to film it so that they could get his reaction and see how happy it made him, and made him even 10 times happier because he got to go backstage and meet some of the stars. I was like, dude, that's such a cool story.
Really cool.
So, yeah. Let us know in the comments if you've ever met any WWE superstars. If so, who? You know?
And I've also, when we went to WrestleMania 30 when it was at New Orleans, you and
We
Doug.
saw Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Yeah, we saw them at Texas Roadhouse in Louisiana.
No, they were in the street.
No, they came into.
Oh, that's right, they were.
They left because they were so packed.
Yeah.
But after one of the events, you and Doug were tired and didn't want to leave the hotel, so me and Daryl
Well, I
were
was
trying-
getting sick.
Oh yeah,
That's when I was getting sick.
Daryl and I were trying to go find food, and she was freaked out because there wasn't too many places open, and she wasn't paying attention. And like I saw Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and Adam Cole walking down the road, and then like they were walking towards me. I was like, "Hey, good match, guys!" They weren't paying attention to me, and I put my hand out to shake Trent Beretta. His hand. He saw it, and like he just moved away from my hand.
Whoa,
I'm like, "Whoa,
stranger danger!"
I was like, "Oh!" I mean, to scare them. They just like looked at me and walked away. I was like, not shouted, but I was loud enough. I was like, "Hey, good job, guys! You know, I like the event. It was good and stuff." And they're just like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess that's how that is."
They're probably like, "Dude, you remember that asshole in New Orleans?"
Yeah.
Tried to just come up and shake our hand. Like, who the fuck are you?
Sorry.
Who do you think you are, Bear?
I don't know.
Were you wearing the podcast T-shirt?
I don't remember.
Probably not. That's why they didn't shake your hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, anyways, going back, Dudley Boys, next Hall of Fame inductees. I already talked about that.
Oh, I met them too.
Yeah,
You said
their name.
yeah. Duh. Okay, I keep
Before
on
Diamond
forgetting.
Dallas Page, and
I keep on
they were up
forgetting.
at the top.
Doodly Boys.
William Regal and Layla.
Doodly Boys.
Yeah, doodly. Howdly doodly. If you're in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, not only should you vote for Glenn Jacobs, but you should also go see the Talk is Jericho event that's going to be hosted. Kane, or the Glenn Jacob for Mayor Foundation, is hosting an event with Talk is Jericho in which The Undertaker is joining. So it's going to be Kane and The Undertaker.
What?
Same
Glenn
room.
and Mark are going to be there?
It's gonna, don't you dare use those names again.
What?
In that order like
Mark
that.
and Glenn will be
Don't
there.
you dare use those names in that order ever again.
Okay, use both those orders?
That's right.
Oh, Chris and Mark and Glenn.
What the hell is wrong with you? No. So if you happen to be in that area, or if you are willing to travel to that area, tickets can be purchased. They start at $50 and range up to $150. There's a VIP, whatever. It's going to be Thursday, March 1st in Knoxville, Tennessee. You can, and we did the hard work for you. You can go to eventbrite.com. That's BRITE instead of the other way of spelling bright. All you have to do is click on the search bar and type in Jacobs for Mayor.
So if he wins, he's the mayor, you think he's going to quit wrestling?
I would not be surprised. Probably the same thing for Booker T, which that was something that we didn't talk about. Booker T is...
Jonathan Coachman's back.
Jonathan Coachman has taken his spot, Booker T's spot, on the Raw commentary table. And Booker T has been moved to the pre-show panel.
That was another thing I forgot, that part. But, how did you feel when Coach was back? Because it was kind of weird. He kept on asking questions. Well, Corey, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that?
I think he was trying to get his
groove back.
Yeah, he was trying to get his, okay, I've been away for a while. Fill me in. Fill in the blanks.
Be prepared, Coach, because you're the new Booker T, and you're going to be Corey's.
I will say this: he kind of put Corey in his place a couple of times, because Corey went to say Coach, and he almost said Cole, and he was like, "Don't you dare put me in that spot." So he's not going to be talked to like Booker T was, that's for sure.
But yeah, that was another thing. But Booker was fondling. He was fumbling his words and stuff. And then also, he got pissed at Corey during the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Well, you did, Booker. But Corey harps on Booker a lot, though.
Well, that was one of the things. No, that was one of the things that Booker did to Corey, because Corey flubbed the line. Booker T tried to correct him and was like, "No, you meant to say this." And Corey shouted back, "No, I did say that." So it's one of those things. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Coachman hasn't probably watched the product heavily for quite some time, so he was coming in with genuine questions, tell me about this guy. What's his deal? What's going on with him? So I think that was a play to the less than casual watcher, where it's like, okay, I haven't watched in a while. I heard Ronda Rousey return. I want to see what's going on. So Coachman kind of played that. Okay, I'm asking the question for the new viewers. Who is this guy? What's his deal?
When did Coach leave?
Oh man, it's been a while. I don't recall.
Early
he was
2000s?
gone for. No, I think he was there later than that. I want to say I don't remember. He was obviously there during Morrison, but I don't recall.
I don't know. So yeah, congrats. Oh, why did he leave ESPN?
I think his contract was up, and he just decided to bow out.
Okay, what you looking up?
His Wikipedia. See,
Wiki.
I can find out when exactly he left.
No.
Let's see. Yeah. Wow, he's only 42.
Yep.
That's cool. 2003, 2007. He left in 2008. His contract expired.
And he came back in 2018.
Yeah, so it's been 10 years. Wow. Wow.
Coachman.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all I have.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave it on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. Our YouTube channel is WNS Video. Our Facebook page is WNS Podcast. You can check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com, WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, or you can subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We are on Stitcher, BeyondPod, Player.fm, and Satchel. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Aber. And you can follow my dog Archie on Instagram, Archie_Corgi. There you go. That's going to do it for us this week. Unless you'd like to plug your Instagram.
No, not right now.
All right.
I've been behind on stuff, and it's been...
Mine is WNS_Daniel. Same
Once
as my
I get
Twitter
back
handle.
into it, yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. And we will catch you all for the podcast crew. I'm Daniel here.
I'm Tyler Bear.
And we'll catch you all next week.
Bye.